Welcome to 6 historical quotes from women, where I'll not only share these inspiring quotes, but I'll peel them back to see what they might really mean. Number 1. The most effective way to do it is to do it. Amelia Earhart was the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. In her quote, she's declaring that contrary to what many of us do, which is to talk about what we'd like to do, then procrastinate until we've talked ourselves out of doing what we want to do. Does that sound familiar? I think her quote reminds us of what we actually need to do if we're ever to achieve our dreams. To do it, we just do it. Number 2. A woman is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water. Most women of Eleanor Roosevelt's generation, and even now, are more likely to take a passive position in life, but the majority will jump into action when their backs are held to the fire and we're pushed to the limit. This is never more true than when we're in defense of our family and those we love. It's worth remembering when we don't feel we're really powerful that we are, if the water gets hot. Number 3. At the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. Frida Kahlo's life was testimony to her quote. Contracting polio at the age of 6, she then had a severe accident at 18 which resulted in multiple fractures and numerous surgeries over her lifetime. Her physical suffering was compounded by turbulent relationships, particularly with her husband, painter Diego Rivera, who had numerous affairs. Her life and art continue to inspire people around the world and confirms her quote. At the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. It was true for her, and it's certainly true for every one of us. Number 4. One of the best things that ever happened to me is that I'm a woman. That is the way all females should feel. In this quote, I feel Marilyn Monroe is highlighting that there is a difference between being female and being a female who's matured into womanhood with confidence in her femininity and her ability to strive in life. Despite her obvious sensuality, Marilyn Monroe was an ambitious and multi-talented individual who achieved considerable success through sheer determination. Rising from a difficult childhood, she became one of the most famous actresses in the world, and her womanhood was her ultimate strength despite the tragedy that ended her life. Number 5. If you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. Wow, this is so true. Maya Angelou used her life experiences, resilience, and powerful words to uplift and empower others, facing trauma, racism, and hardship in her own life. She transformed her life by refusing to stay in the box and the limitations that society was imposing on her. Her quote, "If you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be," is a message to all of us trying to fit into someone else's version of who we should be. This will prevent us from ever flying high and realizing our own dreams. And now I end with one of the most kick-ass, inspirational women that rightfully achieved fame without compromising who she was. Number 6. Be the type of girl that climbs the ladder wrong by wrong. I love it. But that's the rebel in me, I guess. I feel Mae West is saying, if you always try to be right because someone told you what and how to be, you will never get to the top of the ladder and then be happy. And on that note, if you haven't already, check out my video, Just Stop It. People pleasing is manipulation. But back to Mae West's quote. Will you dare to climb the ladder, wrong by wrong? I know my foot's on the wrong and it's fun. And on that note, if you like this content and you are interested in other diverse topics I cover on my channel, and you haven't already, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join me regularly as we go beyond the surface. Bye for now.